We have the Director of Curatorial Affairs, Harrison Marcotte, and Curator of Collections, Hope Stropes. Welcome.
Hey.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Good to be here.
The museum's looking very Christmassy.
I appreciate it.
Nice job.
Thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of volunteers come out, and they really did almost all the work this year, to be honest. They all decorated our trees and got the inside of the house looking great, and yeah, it was a blast.
Way to go.
Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll tell him you said that.
Yes. Tell Ella.
I will. I'll tell her.
Yes.
Yeah.
The exhibit, Julia Child, its days are numbered.
It's only there for, if you haven't seen it yet, it's fantastic. I know I'm biased, but it is really good. You should absolutely come see it. It is essentially the last day to see it is going to be January 11th. It's going to be packing up and leaving after that, so that's just about a month minus a few days. So if you haven't been there yet, definitely jump on out. It's well worth it.
I was telling you both before the show, I personally have not been in to see it. I've seen some other things when I've been at the museum, but I haven't taken the time because I want to take the time to go through it, and I plan on doing it this weekend.
Yeah, good. Awesome.
Yeah.
As a civilian, you're not going to go with camera or anything like that? Or
As a civilian.
Good, sweet. Well, you'll have a great time.
Now, when that leaves space for the next exhibit. Do you know what you're going to do?
Yeah, so New Year's coming up. We are finalizing our next year's exhibit schedule right now. We've got some really good things coming. Biggest one probably is Tyree Guyton, artist of Detroit, famous for Heidelberg Street, the Heidelberg Project. He's been doing this for 4 decades almost this year. So he's going to be out.
He personally will come?
Yeah, he's gonna be putting on an exhibit of his in our center gallery. He'll be here a few times then too. He'll be here from about mid-May through the end of October, so big chunk of the year. We'll also have Doug Jones, one of Jackson's own artists.
This is from the Heidelberg Project.
Yeah, that's what he's. Yeah.
I was there. We were driving down the street, and we got out of the car, and we started walking around, and he comes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And starts talking to us. Mm-hmm. He doesn't identify who he is, but we knew who he was.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be great having him around. We're gonna have him come by a few times for programs and the reception. Getting the chance to meet him, he's great. I'm sure he was probably wild when he met him.
It was amazing. We could not believe it.
Yeah, and he's been doing it for 4 decades. He's put his life into it. So it's great that he's willing to celebrate it with us. We also right now have a art exhibit up that's from the collection of Laurice and Robert Lazevnik. I know we mentioned that before. We are putting on an online auction. It's in its second round right now. They're all up for view in our hallways. So if you're around, come by, look through the hallways. All those pieces are up for auction, so you can kind of see them. Hit up our website. A bunch of them are on there. What else do we have? We have Doug Jones coming, one of Jackson's own artists.
So the Lazevniks, now they're art connoisseurs.
Right. They've
donated not their creations, but art from their collection.
Right.
So you can auction it off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was super generous of Lori. Yeah, Lori gave us a big, huge chunk of their collection for the purpose of fundraising. She's been a friend of the museum for a long time, many decades, and fixture in our community. And yeah, we're grateful that we get to kind of share it with her. Share it with the public, which is kind of her goal. It's not really a big money-making initiative. It's more just to share the art with
That's
folks.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, and then Doug Jones you mentioned?
Yeah, so we'll have Doug Jones later in the year, September through the rest of the year. We're super excited for him. One of Jackson's own who's kind of, has risen significantly in, the national community. So we're really excited for him. We've got our internal exhibits, our Jackson History Galleries getting reopened next year, which is something we've been waiting for a long time, which we're really pumped about. A big portion of that is going to be focused on women in Jackson, specifically, you know, women who've, you know, historically, I guess I'll say like who have passed, and then women who are still around. So, you know, current historical women who've kind of helped shape our city, who built Jackson, who made Jackson, who've, you know, contributed economically, civically, socially, across all, you know, social backgrounds. And with, you know, the limited space that we have, we're going to be trying to, you know, exhibit them and their stories.
Nice.
Yeah, a fair amount.
Going on right now, I've seen this exhibit, The Art Alone, and are they all still hanging in the hallways?
They are not. So we have a handful still hanging in one of our hallways. Most of them have gone out. They've been rented. So Art Alone is a program that we do every year where Jackson K through 12 students make art and we hang it in our exhibit. And then the pieces are rented to businesses and organizations in Jackson, and they hang in their business for the following year. So we're getting towards the end of that period. We have 10 art pieces still available to be rented. And some of them are still hung in our galleries, and they're all on our website. And that can be facilitated through me. So you can call the museum and ask for me if you're interested, or email me. And my email is on our website as well.
Should they ask for Hope Stropes or should they ask for the curator of collections?
Either will work.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, we still have 10 amazing pieces left. The students are extremely talented. So yeah, those are all on our website. So we do have one here that will be hanging here at JTV until December of next year. So this one is titled Sunset, and the artist is Jaleesa Scrutchins. This really, really amazing piece.
Nice. Tell us a little bit about Julia. Do you know? Maybe I do. Do you know about Julia? Is that it?
Jaleesa.
Oh, Jalissa.
She's the artist.
She's the artist. What do you know about her? Do you have her bio? Where's she from? Oh, here it is. I know she's a 12th grader at Jackson High.
Yeah.
Jalissa. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Jaleesa.
Jalissa Scrutchins.
Yeah, and there is no artist statement with this one. So we are optional with the Art Alone pieces. If they'd like to give a statement about the piece, they're free to do so. So this one doesn't have one, which is, you know, it's in the eye of the beholder. They can kind of interpret it. But some artists, you know, they'll describe why they made their piece and whatnot. And several don't provide anything, so it's kind of up to your interpretation.
That one's one of my favorite ones. I've had a few favorite ones.
This one's really cool.
Yeah, the frame, super cool. And it's wild, just like some of these kids, it's like, there's no way I could make this in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Like there's some of them where it's just like, there's no way I could make this. You know, it's like it's bonkers how good
They're
they are.
extremely talented.
Yeah.
I've been amazed at some of the art of the really young kids that are part of this. Amazing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's crazy.
I would say as an artist, I would want my piece to speak for itself and I would not provide an artist statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of people feel.
Yeah. Do the banana on the paper or whatever.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the guy ate it.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
Yeah, it is disgusting. An affront to art.
I just
art
heard
and
about this
artists
the other
everywhere.
day.
An affront to art.
Yeah, maybe. Or a good investment. I guess it's whatever you want to pick.
Might as well just burn it.
Yeah.
The next exhibit I think we wanted to talk about, Made in Jackson?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we mentioned that a little earlier. That's the one that's going to be expanding. That's our new history gallery. We had that primer kind of in our front 2 galleries. It's going to be combining, moving. In its place is going to go an exhibit of like quilts from our collection. We've got a pretty significant collection of quilts that we're putting together that right now. That'll be up in its place. But yeah, Made in Jackson is kind of like, it's the start of what will be our permanent history gallery. It's been up, you know, it was up for 12 years. Now we're resetting it, getting it back in where it should be. Win Loftus's gallery. It's going to be, we're super excited for it.
This was the name of a show on JTV, Made in Jackson.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, it's a pretty It's
And I
pretty
think we
forward
still
to-
own the rights to the name.
Well, I owe you $10 or lunch. We can go out to. Where's your favorite place to go eat?
My favorite place to go.
Yeah,
to
I guess I
eat?
can't. Ooh, I can't ask that on TV because now you're gonna.
Oh,
now it's
you
like
would-
an advertisement. But
There's so many.
yeah,
McDonald's.
sure. Let me know the time.
I love McDonald's.
Yeah,
No, there's so many great places to eat.
yeah, yeah. Let us know. We'll take you out to lunch for it.
Okay. No necessary. We're going to give you the name.
Sure,
We're
appreciate it.
giving you the name.
Yeah,
It's yours. Well, great to see you both. Thanks for coming in.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, pleasure to see you as
From-
always.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Merry
to the two of you
Christmas.
And your families.
Yeah,
and
I
your
love what
friends.
you've done with the place, with the poinsettias and everything. It's very, it's very classic. I really like it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
The curator, director of curator, you say it.
Curatorial affairs.
That's it. Harrison Marcotte.
Charcuterie.
Curator of collections, Hope Stropes from the Alisher Museum. Stay with us.